Thank you, Deadpool 2. Thank you for the greatest end credit scene of all time. Hey movie fans, so Deadpool 2 is obviously the sequel to the smash success that was Deadpool. The correct Deadpool, not X-Men Origins Wolverine, Deadpool. So this movie follows the exploits once again of Ryan Reynolds, Wade Wilson's Deadpool. So I really enjoyed this film. So let me preface this by saying that I liked but didn't love the first Deadpool. I know Deadpool is a character of excess, everything's over the top, super violent, super just over the top humor. I liked but didn't like that in the first Deadpool. They could have held back a couple times. This one, I think they refined the process even more so of there's still absurd jokes, there's still absurd fourth wall breaking, absurd levels of violence, but at the heart of it, there's a lot of good storytelling and a lot of good heart, and it's just a well told and better story than the original. So what do we've got? We have, without dipping too far into spoilers, Deadpool is trying to protect a kid from a time-traveling assassin. It's weird, but it kind of works. Deadpool says at the beginning of this that it's a family movie. Not like that, it's not, but the theme of the film is absolutely family, and it kind of really works. This film is a lot of fun. You have Deadpool spouting off all the typical Deadpool humor that you will have. There's plenty of jabs at the MCU, the lack thereof of solid Fox films, absolutely jabs at the DC universe. No one is safe from the jokes of Deadpool, but that's kind of what made it charming. There's a lot of good humor, but really good storytelling as well. Whereas the first Deadpool felt a lot of, we gotta make sure you know this guy's funny so you'll buy tickets to see this movie. This time, the humor is still there, but there was more focus on telling an actual good story and connecting with the characters instead of just laughing at the characters. It felt more like the jokes in this were there as more or less reactions to scenes as opposed to scenes just being there to tell certain jokes. Now don't get me wrong, there's every once in a while where a joke kind of doesn't really work. There's one scene in particular towards the end that the joke kind of drags on way too long for me. But by and large, I was laughing my head off through most of this. And like I said earlier, I died laughing during that mid-credit scene. And it is the best mid-credit scene you'll ever see. I'm not going to go into spoilers. You just got to see it for yourself. How is the cast? Ryan Reynolds, the dude is Deadpool. You cannot recast him. He is Deadpool now and forever. He's hysterical. Now you have Josh Brolin as Cable, who is an interesting character in this. I will say I like Josh Brolin's Thanos a lot more than I like Josh Brolin's Cable, but that's nothing against Cable. We just got more screen time with Thanos than we did with Cable. That being said, he's still a lot of fun. We also have Domino as a new addition this time around. She's pretty solid. I like her. Again, like Thanos, I would like more time with her. But I think if they keep this universe going, we could see more of them. We get more stories with them, which I would like to see. All the characters you know and love from the first one are back with Vanessa, TJ Miller, Dopinder. All of them, they know their roles even better this time around, and they bring their specific type of comedy. Like especially Dopinder has quite a few really good moments. That being said, there's also some really great action in this. Like, Deadpool 1 had some really good action scenes. This does as well as fair amount of heart to it. There's a couple moments that they actually try to make you feel things, and you do a little bit, not like Logan type of feel things, but you actually connect more with the characters as opposed to just laughing at them, which, yes, I like to laugh, but I also like to connect with my characters. And this time, there was a bit more of a connection, so I was more invested in the action, which I really appreciated. So to me, I like Deadpool 2 a lot more than 1. I know some people will still stick with the original. I like the second one more so for that reason of the story felt more like an actual narrative story. I cared more about the characters. It was just really well told story. However, it's not perfect. It's a Deadpool story, so you're going to have a lot of jokes. sometimes the jokes kind of undercut some of the tension of, like, there'll be a serious dramatic moment and you want to get invested in the moment, but you feel like there's a punchline at the end of it somewhere, so you can't fully engage. Also, there's certain parts that it just kind of slows down the pacing. Like I said, there's a joke that goes on for way too long. It's like a Family Guy cutscene that overstays its welcome by like 2 or 3 minutes. It's one of those type of scenes, but by and large, I had a ton of fun with Deadpool 2. I don't know what the future of the franchise holds with this potential Disney merger with 20th Century Fox and everything else. That being said, I really hope some form of this universe keeps going, whether that's more Deadpool movies, an X-Force movie that's being talked about, something along the lines that's just different and more refreshing, because this is a different type of superhero movie, while at the same time making fun of all the other superhero movies that are basically the exact same thing as this, and it's a lot of fun. It's not a perfect film, it's not an for everyone type of film, but then again, it's kind of just what Deadpool is. Something different, something fun, not for everybody, but for those that enjoy the character of Deadpool, it's a good time. I will say Deadpool 2 is probably about an 8 out of 10. I had a lot of fun with this. The humor kind of undercut some of the tension at times. Certain characters I think could have gotten more time in the sun. That being said, if they keep up this pace of just kind of reinforcing and kind of just honing the character and the stories even more so than they did in this one, I'd love to see what we get in the future for more Deadpool and just the characters in Deadpool 2. What would you guys think of Deadpool 2? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you're seeing and want to see more, subscribe to the channel or find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Uncharted Media. Stay sharp, movie guys and gals.